PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
I'm James Spann. This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Wednesday, the 2nd of April. Pretty calm day today. A little bit of sunshine through the clouds, but the weather gets active again before the week is over. Let's go to some Skycam shots this afternoon. First off, the view coming from our camera in Clanton, down in Chilton County, and the dew point down there is in the low and mid-60s. So I think that stalled surface front is north of there. We checked our Birmingham Skycam. We're looking right down 20th Street there, and the dew point in Birmingham is 61. But just 40 miles up the road, there's the Jasper Skycam. Their dew point is 51, so that front seems to be near Birmingham. And there might be a shower at some point along the front today, but so far nothing happening up this way. You got a few scattered showers down south and that deeper moisture from near Mobile Bay up to Eufaula. There's a look at the water vapor satellite imagery. It's a zonal flow, and again, that's the reason the front stopped and is stationary here. Temperature is pretty chilly north of that front. In fact, look at the spread across Alabama. In these temperatures at 1 o'clock today, Muscle Shoals at 53, Dothan at 81. And even closer in, you can see you've got, looks like 59 for Decatur and 73 for Anniston. So that front maybe just a smidgen north of Birmingham right now. And that thing should be moving slowly northward tonight and tomorrow as a southerly flow kicks in. Convective outlook for the rest of this afternoon and tonight. Got a slight risk of severe weather over parts of Oklahoma and Arkansas and Florida. Tomorrow, a moderate risk roughly from Abilene to Harrison, Arkansas. That includes Dallas-Fort Worth, Paris, Texas, McAllister, Oklahoma, Fort Smith, Arkansas. And surrounding that, a slight risk all the way from the Rio Grande to near Nashville and Lexington. And then on Friday, the risk area shifts on to the east. It includes a pretty good chunk of Alabama, north of a line from Mobile to Montgomery and Roanoke. And that would be late Friday afternoon and Friday night. And then Saturday, the risk area shifts on to the east, including that part of Alabama not in Friday's risk, on to the southeast. The QPF map, the numbers have come down a bit, and I think this is more realistic. This is the expected rain through Monday morning of next week, and this is suggesting rainfall amounts of about 1 inch here, and I think that sounds about right. The really heavy stuff to the north, much of Tennessee with 4 inches expected, Kentucky as well. But again, we'll take the 1 inch. That's okay. This is where we are tomorrow at 1 o'clock off the 12Z GFS at 500 millibars. This is about 18,000 feet off the ground. Our trough is developing off to the west at the surface. The surface low is developing north of Childress, Texas, and we'll have a warm front pushing north and a wedge pushing in from the east. And we've talked about this all week. We might have a pretty sharp gradient there. You got a 1,032 millibar high just off of Atlantic City, off the coast there, and could mean we'll see temperatures on Thursday near 60 near the Georgia border and low 80s near the Mississippi border. Could be a 20-degree plus spread there. And we'll mention the chance of a few scattered afternoon showers or storms, but again, tomorrow's not going to be what we call a rainy day. And then Friday, the trough gets closer with the increasing dynamics. The front gets active. The surface low is near Cincinnati with a trailing front down through Memphis and Shreveport. And then at midnight Friday night, the squall line is blowing through here. We'll take a look at the instability values Friday afternoon. This is suggesting surface-based capes in excess of 1,000 joules along and south of Interstate 20. And pretty good little strip of helicity showing up there. This is rotating through here. This is the 0 to 3 kilometer helicity Friday afternoon. So it looks like a deal where we could see a few isolated supercells out ahead of the main squall line Friday afternoon or Friday evening. Those could show rotation. And then a squall line Friday night with the potential for damaging straight-line winds. And most all of the action, it looks like, will be from maybe 2 o'clock Friday afternoon until maybe 2 o'clock Saturday morning, something like that. And then Saturday, the rain is out of here. This is midday Saturday. Now, this run may be a little slower here. This is suggesting the rain Saturday by 1 o'clock will be south of Montgomery. So we think the storms will end early in the day with a clearing sky here, and then Sunday should be a beautiful day. The front stalling out near the Gulf Coast, but we should be in dry air, so mostly sunny with mid-70s. Now, Monday of next week, a little disturbance passes north of here. We wonder if maybe that might warrant the mention of a small chance of a shower Sunday night or Monday morning, but for now we're going to hold off on that. Tuesday looks great. Beautiful day there. Let's look at our end-of-the-week system next week. Different look now. The GFS showing a whopper of a trough out west on Wednesday, but on Thursday, look what happens. The ridge builds in and deflects that thing. And that's not what you want to see with these good rain producers. Big, strong ridge is going to keep that thing off to the north and west of the state. And then Friday the 11th, the ridge is holding tight. And really, the front doesn't get in here until Saturday the 12th on this run. And that's with little upper support and really no major severe weather issues there. So the trend is for a decreased chance of any severe weather at the end of next week, a delayed arrival of that rain, and when it gets here, maybe not all that much. But again, this could change again. We're still a long way out there. And look at this on the next day, the 13th. Look what's building in, a long wave trough. That's suggesting some cold air behind that thing. This is that kind of late-season cold snap. This ought to be the last chance of some frost around here. And that, again, now this run's got it on April 13th. We've seen it on the 14th and the 15th. Just keep in mind, we're getting some good signals now of the potential for a late-season frost and maybe a freeze for some of the colder spots out there in mid-April. And then on the 18th, at the end of the cycle, ridging here, and that suggests a relatively benign pattern. That's it for the Weather Extreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes on the blog, alabamawx.com, if you're watching this on iTunes or YouTube. And we'll have the next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. We invite you to watch us on television this evening. That's ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.
Weather.